Shavua Tov, and welcome to the Women's Jewish Learning Center weekly 2 Minutes of Torah. In these 2 Minutes of Torah, I hope to persuade you of the spiritual importance of wearing costumes on Purim. And I hope that you'll consider dressing up in a costume even if you never have before. The most straightforward reason that we have for wearing costumes on Purim comes from the Megillah itself, where in speaking about the fate of the Jews, the text says, "V'nahafochu," that their fate, their destiny was overturned. The Jews were to be destroyed, instead they were saved. And so Purim, to begin as a holiday, takes on the quality of turning everything inside out, including ourselves. We turn ourselves inside out by masquerading as someone else. But there are deeper, more important spiritual lessons to be learned from wearing costumes as well. According to the great educational theorist and child development expert Jean Piaget, children, when they're growing up, they do play acting and they like to dress up in costumes. And what they're doing in that play acting is they're trying on different identities and they're trying on different ways of being in the world. And as we get older, we have to be sure that our identity does not become rigid. And so comes Purim and reminds us that we don't have to be the person that we are. If we want to grow, if we want to change, we can. So we put on a costume and we remind ourselves that change is possible. Secondly, as we celebrate the holiday of Purim, and as we dress in costume, when we walk into a place and we're wearing a costume, people will begin to laugh at us perhaps. But we don't feel badly about that because we know it's about the costume. It's not about us. And that simple fact of remembering that it's not about us is one of the most basic religious teachings of all. That we are part of something larger. And that there are other people in this world, and there's a God in this world, and we have to be aware of all of that. And our awareness of all of that, that it's not only about us, is what gives meaning and purpose to our lives. So I hope you'll go out and get your costume ready for Wednesday night for the Megillah reading, and in the spirit of V'nahafochu, that we will turn ourselves inside out, to remind ourselves that we can grow and change, that we are free to do that, and that in doing that, we remember that there's a larger picture of which we are an important part. Shavua Tov and Happy Purim.